the disrespectful IRL stream.
All right. Hold on. Let me appeal this real quick. Sorry, chat. TikTok's acting funny on me. TikTok's acting brand new today. All right. So we are back, chat. We are back. Let's go. All right. So we're reacting to Atozy today. Sorry, you can't really see it. Hold on. Let me open it. Shout out to Atozy. We're reacting to Atozy today. So we subscribed. Make sure we like and comment as well. Hit that like button. Hit that comment. Love your videos. Now, Atozy always has the solid content. So let's get into it. This video is called Disrespectful IRL Streamer Now Facing 41 Years in Korean Prison. Sorry, I got these glasses on because the light is very bright. And that's me turning it down. But yeah, wow. 41 years in a Korean prison just for doing for clout chasing, essentially. So, let's get into it.
IRL streamer walking out of court realizing he's completely destroyed his life. And now he's facing a max sentence of over 40 years in prison once you add up all of his charges together. 6 of which he's already pleaded guilty to. And things just keep getting worse for this guy because he refuses to apologize. He keeps on doubling down on his moronic behavior, and at this point, he's just completely digging his own grave.
That's the fucking worst, dude. Like, someone who just, like, can't be like, yeah, I fucked up. Like, yeah, my bad, I'm sorry. I won't do that again. Like, bro, just, you're a grown man. Come on. For clicks, like, it's not worth it, bro. 41 years? Bro, you're gonna be gone by the time you come out of there, if you come out.
To the point where he's honestly really going for that #1 spot of the Influencer Hall of Fame of morons. Now, you may be asking, how is this possible? Well, he's built an entire career of harassing people in public. He went to Japan to do exactly
the worst
this,
type of content creators.
Quickly found out because people started confronting him all the time. And it's crazy how much I called what was going to happen over 2 years ago.
You're from America?
Yes.
So am I.
You're from America?
Yeah, you're being obnoxious.
You know what we do to you?
What do you do?
We will do again.
Do what?
His career path is now limited, to say the least.
Bro, that's ass. Like, and who is this guy again? Johnny Somali? Who is this person? Because I gotta see who this is.
He can keep streaming to the morons who are entertained by his behavior, but at some point, being disrespectful like this will either get stale or it's gonna catch up to him in the worst way possible.
But back then, he ended up being chased down by alleged Yakuza members. He was forced to apologize multiple times, but because he didn't do it in a sincere way, he ended up fleeing Japan for Thailand.
Bro, what do you think? Let me ask you. Like, really, honestly. You think, as a worldwide streamer, that the Yakuza is not gonna follow you from Japan to Thailand? And I could be wrong here, but if I'm not mistaken, I think the rules in Thailand are a lot less strict than they are in Japan. So if anything, you were safer over there than you were over there. But I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments.
Call me, be me if you need me. Now they all been watching like it's TV.
Where's the chat? Where's the chat?
In the way I do it, looking like it's easy.
Listen, I'm here as the lawyer. Listen.
But my head keeps spinning like a CD. Gotta do it right, never repeat. I just want more, you could tell when you meet me.
Oh, police are here, guys. Oh, police extra price.
Are you on board? Tray flip and it's easy. 2014 outside in my DC.
If you ain't doing like
Super
Super
flip
DC, maybe I'll see you again.
Okay, I like that. We gotta go.
But you know, just don't get canceled all over Twitter again.
No worries, I won't bring that heat.
Baby, throw it down like a bike, no kickstand. I've been feeling stuck in this life, no quicksand. Shit ain't coming quick, but I ride no ifs and still got kids coming up like big fan. Turn down one band for more bands, had more planes, a core fans just stacked up with smacked up. I fell, then got back up.
申し訳ありませんでした。申し訳ありませんでした。
Oh, you a bad. That's what it is. You a bad. That's take you to dinner. I'll change your life, baby.
They don't know your name like it's what you'ma call it.
I'm not gonna lie. Bro's making us look terrible. Bro just basically went on a fucking worldwide tour to just make us look fucking horrible. Yo. Damn, bro set us back so much. Fuck. Anyone who's come across this man, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna say it right now. Anyone who's come across this dude, fucking Johnny Somali on half of Black Men Everywhere, I'm so sorry. If he even claims himself as a black man. I don't know, that dude just seems like he's all over the fucking place.
September of 2024, he arrives here in Seoul, Korea, and he goes to the Mapo district, and he starts to stream by going straight into this GS25 store here. And he immediately made his way to the refrigerated section to buy soju, a traditional Korean alcoholic beverage normally made from either rice or sweet potatoes. And with this, he starts harassing the local citizens of Seoul.
Why?
So stopping at this GS25, they made their way down here. Obviously, this venue was packed, and he ended up running up on this stage.
That's a solid skate spot, though.
So not long after he goes to Seoul, Korea, he immediately jumps up on this stage and interrupts a televised performance. So it took him about...
This guy sucks, dude. Not Atozy. Atozy's fucking great. Johnny, why are you such an ass, dude?
10 to 20 minutes to start worrying if he was going to get arrested or not. So they made a run for it and ended up running to this bus stop right here, and they got on this bus. And here he only rode the bus for a few stops until the bus driver actually threw him off the bus, which in South Korea can easily be a business disruption charge, which he's currently facing 4 of. And you can really tell how uncomfortable his friend got with Johnny because he immediately left him, because that was the last time he ever saw his friend on his stream.
Bro, stop being a piece of...
And soon after,
Bro's laughing too, like, yo, you know how annoyed I would be? And he said that's the last time you saw him. Yeah, yo, W that guy. Yeah, let's clap it up for that guy for getting the fuck out of there. As he should, bro, because... What?
he went to this market and bought a fish, went onto a bus, and started harassing people with the fish and playing North Korean propaganda. And when people asked him to stop multiple times, he did what he always does. He laughed in their face and didn't do so. So he was eventually confronted by the police.
Bro, you said he was playing North Korean propaganda? Yeah, you're a low-tier vibrational person, bro. That's insane. Like, you were just... Wow, yeah, you deserve all 41 years.
Lied to them,
That's
so
wild.
they let him go. And then he continued what he was doing to begin with, and then he was confronted by the police again, and then he lied to them again, and then he was let go yet again. The cycle just keeps repeating with this guy, but unfortunately, they just kept a tally and kept charging him with more and more charges.
Bro, and for what? For clicks? For views? Like, I get it, you're getting paid, but like, bro, look, where's all that money going now?
For money, for clout. I've said it many times. I don't give a I have no morals. I'm a sociopath. I don't give a Put this in your next YouTube documentary. I don't give a fuck. I want to apologize to the Korean people.
Wow. That's actually sad. Like, that's actually sad. And there's nobody like around him to just tell him like, yo, bro, get some help. Or like, you know, just stop. You know, take a little reset. Nothing. Ground yourself. That's sad, bro. For real. That's really sad.
At this point, I guess he just felt completely invincible here in South Korea, so that's what led him to do the 7-Eleven crash out, and then later on, the Latte World incident.
French, no English.
And this is what brought me to Seoul in March of 2025, because he was officially indicted, and I've been covering all of this from afar, but I wanted to see what this train wreck was like in person. And honestly, I was in complete disbelief. I've never seen a person who clearly knew better act this dumb and completely destroy his life for zero upside. By March of 2025, he'd already been stuck in...
No, yeah, after that last clip, bro, like, I'm a sociopath. Bro, who does shit like that? That's like people, I'm an atheist, man. Like, bro, come on. Stop.
Korea for
They call that nothing burger.
months. And finally, he had
It's a giant nothing burger.
his opportunity to just apologize, take his penalty, and go home. What did he do though? Absolutely not that. Instead, he chose to insult the judge and judge's family just days before his trial, then show up to his trial over an hour late drunk.
The judge, the prosecutor, y'all can suck my causing anxiety by carrying a fish. Tell the judge you can suck my I'll bring a fish to your mother's house.
Do you admit Charges. Is there anything you want to say?
Wow, dude. Are you serious? Yo, he did that? Bro, that's not cool at all, bro. You're actually what's wrong nowadays, bro. Like, what?
The charges. Don't you want to apologize?
I love North.
Now, as you can probably see, that was a complete disaster before, during, and after the trial. So did he take this as a massive wake-up call to maybe sharpen up, start apologizing, and get his stuff together? Absolutely not. He continued to live stream himself committing felonies.
No way.
Stop this man! Stop this man! He's harassing my girlfriend! Go away!
At this point, I don't even know. How is this person real? And this is what's brought us back
he can't
now
be
in
real,
August
bro.
of 2025 because he's now racked up 8 charges.
This is for entertainment purposes only, but I'm gonna say this right now. If he gets out or if he gets off this at all, if he suffers minimal consequences, bro, he's a fucking plant. That's all I'm gonna say.
So we're now on our way to interview a guy by the name of Jung Do because he hit me up the other day and he claims that he sucker punched Johnny in the face. And he wanted to take us to the spot where he did it and give some backstory to why he did so. We're standing here in Guangzhou Market and I'm here with Jung Do, who infamously punched Johnny Small in the face while he was standing right here. I had a few questions.
Let's say Red Dead Redemption enthusiast. Yo, AT, what are you doing, bro?
Questions for him about what happened, and my first question would be, why did you do it?
So the reason why I did it is because he was assaulting people in my country. Just by his behavior, just made me feel like furious, made me go like blind rage, just by harassing women and children and elderly people because for its clout, and also desecrating the statue that memorializes women who were forced into slavery, sorry about that, by Japanese imperials, which, by the way, most of them are underage. So after he did that, I just...
Yo, God bless this man, because he is speaking 100% truth, bro. He's not talking about nothing else but straight facts. He was like, listen, that man came here and was being straight disrespectful to everybody under the sun who was weaker than him. And yo, God bless this dude right here, for real. God bless AT for giving this man a spotlight, for real, because they had me in the first quarter, but he's not saying anything wrong at all, bro. Let's give a W to these dudes, for real.
It's like, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna risk it.
Because you're in your 20s. I'm assuming most people in Korea in their 20s also feel the same way towards him, or...
Little baby!
Yeah, where everyone's just sick of him. Most people recognize him for wrong reason.
I didn't even know who he was.
How were you able to track him down?
So to make it short, I was about to do some of my personal problems dealing with accounting things. So then all of a sudden, around 2 or 3 o'clock, Johnny was live streaming. I decided to call my friends, so we started to gather in the Discord call and told them, guys, this guy is streaming. We gotta figure where this guy is. I know where his house is, but I'm not sure if you go to other places that I'm not familiar with. So can you guys track him down while I'm riding a train? And it was like, sure, go ahead. So basically the 4 of us figure out where he's going. Man, it was a really long journey. And it kind of point I was really exhausted by it. I was really close to giving up. And then until one specific spot that helped me find this guy. It was a coffee shop right here.
Oh, so it was the White Button Coffee and Dessert?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
But it's all because of this place that I figured it out. And all of...
Yeah, you see? It only took 4 people. 4 people to find you in an entire country. It's because you were live streaming. And if you were minding your business, they probably wouldn't even have came and found you. They would have left you rock. But you're over there doing stuff you're not supposed to, bothering people. And I said this in maybe 1 or 2 videos before. Leave people alone, bro. And look, it took 4 people to find you in an entire country. And bro, allegedly mopped you.
sudden I was like filled with just adrenaline coming up. In my mind, this one music from a Red Dead Redemption on the Nightmare. I think it's called Voodoo, Bad Voodoo. Have you played that game?
Yes.
So this music was like playing on my head, and then I was like, kept running, and then I arrived here. And one of my friends just told me like, dude, I saw a police station in your camera. Bail, man, just bail. And then I walk across the street, and then I came here.
You ended up sucker punching him right here, and then you ran this way, right?
Yeah.
And he kind of started chasing you a little bit, and you.
I'm so confused as to what the fuck he just said. It's not whatever. Whatever.
Had a little bit of a confrontation. So you guys ran down here, and then if I remember correctly, you ran down here. And then this is essentially where the altercation ended. Because he said something, you ended up running a little bit back up the stairs, and then you went, oh, okay, I gotta disengage.
Yeah, right? I was like, you know, I'm just so tired. I just want to go back home. That's it. If you want to go around and harass these people just for clout, or just do something really stupid in public, get a life, or do something.
Thanks so much.
I really wish there was like clips or something of this, because it just seems like, I don't know, it seems like he's doing this for clout too. But I mean, also too, like I said, he's doing it with good reasons, you know what I mean? But like I said, the extra layers just make it seem like it's a lie. But I hope it's not, because fuck Johnny Sinali.
For your time. Hope you have a wonderful day, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Operation 2 a.m. pizza secured. Now we gotta find a see you again.
That's funny because I got pizza right here.
7-Eleven. Oh, right here. Okay, that made it easy. Something in here is calling my name as well. Do I want a fish ice cream?
Ew.
It's like a bean paste ice cream. This also looks interesting. This kind of seems like a vibe. Honey apple ice cream cone. That's probably fascinating. So in Korea, they do things where it's like, they give you an ice cup, and then you buy your own drinks, and then you mix it into the ice cup, and then you have a ready to go drink. Oh yeah, and you can also add.
Brother, they got those in New York City.
Yeah. Something else in mind, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've now acquired our ice cups, but instead of making our own drinks inside of the 7-Eleven, which is extremely common here, we're gonna do it a little bit differently because today's video is sponsored by Gamer Subs. Shout out Gamer Subs. Without them, we wouldn't be in Korea right now. What we're gonna do is we bought some water and we're gonna mix in the ice. We got the mango Gamer Subs here now. What I do like about Gamer Subs is it doesn't taste chalky. Also, you can get Gamer Subs for what, 40 cents per serving. So it's basically the cheapest one on the market and it tastes the best. So I don't really see a loss here. And if you don't believe my statements, you can click this link in the description down below and use code Atozy for a free sample pack.
Shout out to Atozy. I'm just going to leave that there for a second so everybody can get that link and go support the homie. Go support my guy.
Of Gamer Subs. So it's 1 spoon of Gamer Subs per 500 milliliters. No, per 250 milliliters.
Oh, bro's wasting it.
Oh my. Don't worry, I shall clean that up.
Bro's wasting it.
And the ice will work as our own shaker cup today. Thankfully, Gamer Subs also has a whole plethora of wonderful shaker cups as well. It actually smells amazing. Dude, taste that. Taste that. That is actually amazing. What? Taste that. Genuinely.
Okay. No,
genuinely.
Dude, that's amazing. Cheers.
Gombe.
Thank you. Thank you. Gombe.
Gombe.
Thank you so much, Gamer Subs, for sponsoring this video.
Gambay.
That was Cooking with Arling, Cooking with Earl, Cooking with Atozy. Raise your hand if you've ever seen something like this before.
Bro, how does it... It's Gambay.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Nailed that first try. Wait, I can't rotate that way. That's okay. Dude. Did you see that?
Jesus Christ.
Did you see that? I caught it.
That was the Gamer Subs.
That was purely Gamer Subs.
Bro,
Gamer
looks like
Subs
Jesus.
GG/Atozy. Use code Atozy. So you can have razor quick reflexes like me, and I'm completely jaywalking like a complete moron. I'm so sorry. Well, actually, I wasn't jaywalking. We had the right of way. Dude, we are so locked in.
So going into the trial, we had a lot of questions revolving Hank and Johnny's relationship. Because recently,
Wags,
Hank
what up,
went on
bro?
the K-Town Social podcast and said, hey, Johnny owed him $20,000. He wasn't associated with Johnny anymore, and Johnny no longer lived with him. And to be fair, are we surprised there's trouble in paradise when you have two dudes living on top of each other in a extremely small apartment for about a year? No. Especially when you consider that one of the dudes there is not making any money. He's actually just a drain on this dude's life, and he's causing a massive rift between him and his family. And this guy's family is paying for the other dude's trial.
Jesus.
It's just not a good deal for them whatsoever.
Sounds like a lot going
Headed
on.
to the Johnny Somali trial. It's the day of. The trial begins in just a few hours. It's pouring rain here in Seoul.
Wait, this guy went all the way to Korea just to attend Johnny's fucking trial. Yo, shout out AT, bro.
So we have the umbrellas on deck, locked there. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens today, because this apparently is supposed to be the most important trial day, because you actually have a witness, which is Bong Bong. And it'll also be really interesting to see if Bong Bong actually shows up, because it seems like there's been a lot of intimidation towards her, because Johnny Somali and the people who support him don't want her to show up and testify. But again,
who supports this guy?
Who has the deepfake charges against him?
Well, no chance that this is also the day that.
Bro, who supports this guy? What the? You see, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not gonna get into it, but I smell something funny going on.
We get to know like the closing dates and whatnot.
Could be. And the other interesting thing that's happening today is we'll find out what the fourth obstruction of business is. Also, today the trial is actually at 4 p.m., not 9 in the morning, so the odds of him not oversleeping and showing up drunk are a lot higher, but never zero with this guy. So what are we expecting to happen today in court?
We're going to hear a new charge, which is an obstruction of business. We know that.
Yeah.
And we're going to hear a plea.
Yeah.
Johnny. We're going to hear him confirm his address.
Yeah.
Confirm his occupation. See what he's going to say. And then, what do we got? Bong Bong.
Right. Okay.
She's going to testify, and it should be very interesting.
Well, I guess we'll check back in when we know. So Johnny's current freedom will be decided behind these doors.
Obviously, I can't film inside the court, so we did a little drawing again. So here you see the judge in the middle there, and then on one side you have the prosecution, and on the other side you have the defense. And clearly we had
Yo, is that their drawing?
Johnny Somali sitting in court today. So this is essentially what it
Yo, is that his rendering of the draw? Yo, that's so fucking
like you had
funny.
the translator in the middle, and then you had the prosecution and the defense on opposite sides, and obviously the judge in the middle.
Yeah.
Behind what says
That's
court
funny.
in Korean there.
Hey, brother. Here's the boys. How we feeling?
Did you see that strut he hit the... What were the big updates that happened? Dude was definitely walking cursive, or at the very least, italic. I've never seen someone try to keep that straight of a face before. All right, so we just got out of court. What were the big updates that happened during it?
Well, we had not a surprise witness, because the definition of that is somebody who we didn't know was going to be called. But we just made a mistake about assuming who was going to be called. It actually turned out to be the Lotte World employee who had to deal with Johnny.
Oh, so we thought Bong Bong was going to be called, but it wasn't Bong Bong. It was her instead.
Yes, so that was for the obstruction of business at Lotte World, and then but Johnny changed his plea to guilty.
So therefore, she didn't have to testify.
Exactly. There's no need for her to testify.
Okay.
She could just go because she pled guilty. So he changed that one plea, so now we only have 2 not guilty pleas.
And the 2 that are not guilty pleas, those are both for the deepfakes or for the...
Those are both for the deepfakes.
Right.
And
they're going to call witnesses for that, which is what they were arranging now.
Okay, so they did not originally want witnesses for that, or that's what...
The lawyers tried to stop.
It's a lot going on, bro. And it just seems like they're struggling in a way to keep up too, but they're just, trying to be good guys. But it just seems like they're a little overwhelmed as well.
Okay. Since he insists on a not guilty plea, they have to call the witnesses.
But since now witnesses are involved, that means the next trial is going to be 2 to 3 months out from now, I'm assuming.
October 24th.
October 24th is the next trial then, okay.
We're waiting a confirmation from that right now because we always want to check. But it sounded like You're pretty sure that sounded like October 24th, right? Yeah.
The lawyer was asking for too much time for cross-referencing, so the judge said that prosecution said they only needed like 10-15 minutes. He wanted like 25-30 minutes.
So that means the lawyer, since the lawyer first tried to stop the testimony, it would stop the witnesses, but since the court insists on the witnesses, the lawyer asked for more time than they could allocate.
Okay.
So that means he really wants to, you know, grill the witnesses.
So would you overall say this trial went good or bad for Johnny, or this case, or this trial date?
I think it was pretty stupid.
Okay.
It was but you have a defendant who's insisting on these not guilty pleas, and you have a lawyer who's just flustered. And this was actually the first time we heard this lawyer make an argument.
Yeah, and how do you do?
His argument was that Johnny did not produce the deep fakes; he only distributed them.
Right.
To which the prosecution says, well, that's what you're accused of. You're accused of distributing them.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether you made them.
Yeah.
So why are you insisting on a not guilty plea? But he is. It's a paradox.
I mean, just because I didn't make something bad doesn't mean anything. If I distribute it, I'm just as bad. You're just as bad, bro. Like, what the fuck? That's such a stupid argument.
Right.
It's like basically saying
you made them, you're guilty.
Yes.
Oh, if you said you distributed them, you're guilty.
Yeah, they cannot deny having distributed them. I think it goes back to what the lawyer said, like way back when. We said the law itself is stupid.
Right. Okay.
They're trying to argue.
They're trying the Chewbacca defense.
Johnny.
Excuse me, guys.
Bro, this guy
They don't want to be on camera.
What's interesting also is the North Korea charges that were...
No, what's interesting is like how you can just like see someone's energy and it can just suck. Like, I don't know, maybe I guess it was just because I saw that stuff that he did, and then now that you see him afterwards, it's just like, ew. But dude, that guy fucking... like his aura is just off.
Hovering over his head, because he was actually brought in for questioning there. And he essentially got out of that by saying, hey, I didn't know what I was saying or doing. Please don't charge me.
When I go to the judge tomorrow and say, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm mentally ill. I don't know what's going on. I plead mentally insane. And they say, okay, go home with a fine of $500.
Well, the only problem with that is his own streams, just like...
See, that would have worked. Like, that would have been all cute, and like you would have been smarter than you think that you are, but you recorded it. And there's proof literally right there. Dumbass.
Everything else he does. But here, he proves that he is very aware of how serious this behavior is here.
What's the law on that? You said you read up on the law. What's the law on that North Korea?
All right, so no propaganda, bro.
No propaganda. What is
don't carry around no.
What's the definition of propaganda?
Papers, like, you know, papers promoting Kim Jong-un, like T-shirts promoting Kim Jong-un. None of that, bro.
I ain't got no T-shirt.
Nah, I know, but don't be talking about him and saying he's a real god and whatnot.
What's kind of ironic of all this is clearly, as we saw in the start of this video, Johnny wanted so badly to be liked and kind of be like Ice Poseidon. But unfortunately for him, his own behavior led to him being hated even by his idol.
This is the reality of the situation, okay? I'm telling you the reality.
I'm listening.
I went to Japan before, no problems. After you did your I went to Japan, a bunch of problems. Why is that? Because of you. Made my life harder, so I do not like you.
So clearly, reality is slowly kicking in with
made my life harder, so I don't like you.
Playing a game. You have some serious consequences that are hanging over your head. Because it seems like he's taking this more seriously now. He still showed up late, but at least he had a fitting suit, and he didn't make a whole scene when he arrived. But the main thing I noticed looking at him was, wow, he looks incredibly defeated. But unfortunately for him, he still hasn't apologized. He's now ran out of time to apologize and get a more linear sentence here because for some reason he just keeps doubling down. His whole strategy here does not make sense because he was hit with 8 charges, 6 of which he's already pleaded guilty to. That was the 4 obstruction of business charges and the 2 misdemeanors. But the last 2 charges, which are the more serious charges, he pleaded not guilty to. And he did it in a little bit of an interesting way because these last 2 charges, they are for distributing and creating deepfakes. And he pled not guilty, but also said while he was pleading not guilty that, oh, he did distribute them. And while that could make sense if you're in the US, here in Korea, under his circumstances, that does not make sense whatsoever because he's ran out of money. He's using Hank's money to keep paying for his own attorney. And this is only going to prolong the entire trial process and make his sentencing even harsher because he's not pleading guilty. And as we've already established, he's already distributed them. So from the people I've talked to here, that'll extend both his trial process, but also make his sentence way harsher. And realistically, he's looking at a prison sentence from anywhere from 3 to 8 years here. And that's if the charges stay as is, because before every single trial date, they add more charges. And that's because, again, he live streamed himself committing felonies because the dude can't stop incriminating himself. So this might go—
Yeah, see, that's the thing, bro. Like, you would have probably got away with a lot of this shit if he just didn't put it on live stream. Like, and it's like, he seems a lot smarter than he looks, but that it gets overshadowed by the will, or like the need, I would say, to have views and clicks. So it's like, you are pretty smart, but once you post it online, it just takes away all that intelligence and just makes you look like a fucking moron.
Go down as one of the largest cases of a streamer effing around and finding out. But if you want to try Gamersubs for free, you can go to gamersubs.gg/Atozy. You can get a free sample packet when you use code Atozy. Or if you want another way to support the channel, we have a whole plethora of new releases over on Matt.city, including the Soul Collection. And you could use those as a rug on the floor or hang them up as wall decor. It's up to you. I mean, look at this thing. It looks pretty dope.
That is pretty fire.
City, baby.
Notice how they're actually braided as well, so they'll actually last a long time.
Also, a lot of people wanted the exact drawing I did from court last time, but unfortunately I discarded it. But this time, I'm keeping it. And if someone wants it, I'll just be putting it on eBay. Open bid, $1. Have at it, guys. It could be yours for maybe like 20 bucks. Who knows, depending on how many people actually want it.
I also want to give a big shout out to Gabe from Culture Brat Productions for helping with clips for this video. And he's just dropping one of the largest documentaries on IRL streaming now soon, which he's just released a trailer to right here, which you can check out here. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
And shout out to Atozy, and shout out to that dude as well for making that video, because like I said, these people need it needs to be brought to light how like there's people like this guy Johnny Somali out there just bugging out, bro. And again, thank you to the original creators for this video, because we need that. And again, moral of the story, chat, don't be like this guy. You know, get your content, get your clout, but do it in a respectable way that doesn't, you don't gotta, you know what I mean, hurt other cultures, hurt other people, women and kids. Like, come on, don't do that kind of stuff. But take it easy, everybody. Have a good night.